Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon. Young and restless Courtney Hope asks if she's just getting old, spoiler alert. No, and it's not just you either, Courtney. We're going to start this piece with a content warning. If you're over the age of 25 or so, this may, as the young and the restless Courtney Hope, Sally, put it, hurt your brain cells a bit. But that's ok, because learning new things can be tough, and sometimes we just have to push through and do it. And other times we might have to throw up our hands and leave it to the next generation. In any case, the actress, who is still very much young, shared a series of videos on her Instagram stories trying to translate, and in the process, help us translate current lingo. It all started, she shared, when she had a conversation earlier in the day with this younger guy at a gas station. He worked there. Really sweet guy. There was just one problem: she had no idea what the heck he was saying. Half the time this lingo nowadays I get, she acknowledged in the video. I get some of it. I get the it's giving. I get the riz for charisma. I know no cap means no lie. And I found out yesterday that I'm so certain can be anything. Like, I'm hungover, I'm tired, I'm stoked, I'm whatever. Anyway, this guy today was like, facts, 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 no printer, copy, no translate. Oh, what went through the actress' head? Did you just malfunction? What's happening? And this wasn't her being mean. We're also pretty sure she didn't say that out loud, as Hope put it. I felt so bad. She didn't want this understanding gap between them, but he just kept firing off words she didn't know. I want so badly to connect with this person. So I'm gonna go home and study. What if I'm just getting old? Maybe it's just me. Nope, it's definitely not just you. Millennials like Hope came of age during a time of constant change. We're pretty good at keeping up with things, but sometimes it is tough when there's a whole ecosystem of words out there you're not a part of. Because if you think that fax malfunctioning was bad, it just got even more confusing. This guy was like, don't sleep on, Chuji. Dead. Salty dead. Hope continued, firing off phrase after phrase before laughing. What? There was a guy that was in there, and we were talking about him, and I had to go look up what Chugi meant. I thought it was the guy's name. Spoiler alert. It was not the guy's name. It means, as Hope explained, out of date, like old school. Dead. He was salty about it. I'm dead about it. So my full conversation, I was picking up bits and pieces. But I dove in the deep end. I don't know. It's not just me. It can't be. Hey, we all feel it. And we're all likely picking up bits and pieces. Salty and dead aren't exactly new. But a lot of it, like we said at the beginning, if you're past your mid-20s, you're probably feeling your age right now too. Hope did want to clarify one thing though. I'm not being salty right now, she exclaimed. I mean, maybe I am, but in good fun. Because I'm sitting here and it almost seems like it takes more brain cells. Like it hurts. But maybe it's just because it's new. But also, she admitted, and we can't blame her. I just don't know if I want to learn. I don't know. But I want to connect. I like talking to people. So anyway, good luck to everyone out there. Thanks. We're definitely going to need it. In the bustling heart of Los Angeles, where dreams dance alongside the ceaseless rhythm of city life, Courtney Hope found herself pondering a question that whispered in the depths of her mind like a mischievous sprite. Am I just getting old? It was a question that seemed to weave its tendrils through the fabric of her thoughts, a question that teased her as she navigated the tumultuous waters of the entertainment industry. As an actress in the spotlight, Courtney's life was a kaleidoscope of auditions, rehearsals, and red carpet events. Her days were a whirlwind of scripts and screen tests, her nights a tapestry of premieres and after-parties. But amidst the glamour and glitz, there lingered a quiet unease, a nagging doubt that crept into her consciousness when she least expected it. Sitting in her cozy apartment adorned with posters and memorabilia from her various projects, Courtney couldn't shake the feeling that time was slipping through her fingers like grains of sand. At 29, she was still in the prime of her youth by most standards, but in an industry where fresh faces were constantly emerging, where the spotlight shifted with fickle whims, she couldn't help but wonder if her time in the limelight was beginning to wane. It was a thought she had pushed to the recesses of her mind, buried beneath layers of optimism and determination, But as the years passed and the roles seemed to grow scarcer, the question resurfaced with a newfound urgency. Was she losing her edge? Had her youthful charm faded into obscurity? Was she, indeed, just getting old? Turning to the mirror that hung on the wall, Courtney scrutinized her reflection with a critical eye. The face that stared back at her was one she knew intimately, a face that had graced screens both big and small, a face that had elicited laughter and tears from audiences around the world. But as she examined the faint lines that creased her brow and the subtle shadows that lingered beneath her eyes, she couldn't help but feel a pang of apprehension. Was this the beginning of the end? Was she destined to fade into oblivion, another forgotten starlet lost in the annals of Hollywood history? The thought sent a shiver down her spine, igniting a spark of fear that threatened to consume her. But just as doubt began to take root, a voice echoed in the depths of her mind, a voice filled with wisdom and resilience, a voice that spoke of strength in the face of adversity. It was the voice of experience, of countless auditions and rejections, of moments of triumph and moments of defeat. It was the voice of Courtney Hope, and it refused to be silenced. Rising from her seat with newfound resolve, Courtney cast aside her doubts like a cloak worn thin. She knew that age was but a number, that true talent transcended the boundaries of time. She knew that her worth was not measured in wrinkles or crow's feet, but in the passion that burned within her heart. With a renewed sense of purpose, Courtney set out to prove to the world, and to herself, that she was anything but old. Armed with determination and a spirit that refused to be broken, she threw herself into her craft with a fervor that bordered on obsession. Audition after audition, she poured her soul into every role, leaving a trail of admirers and accolades in her wake. And slowly but surely, the doubts that had once plagued her began to fade into the background, drowned out by the deafening roar of her own success. With each passing day, Courtney found herself inching closer to her dreams, her name becoming synonymous with talent and tenacity in an industry that thrived on both. As she stood on stage, bathed in the warm glow of the spotlight, Courtney couldn't help but smile as she gazed out at the sea of faces that stretched before her. She had come a long way since that fateful day when doubt had threatened to consume her, and she knew that the journey was far from over. For Courtney Hope, age was not a curse to be feared, but a gift to be embraced, a testament to the trials she had overcome and the triumphs that lay ahead. And as long as there were roles to be played and stories to be told, she would continue to shine brightly, a beacon of hope for all who dared to dream in the city of angels.